One of my primary research domains is social robotics. If you let social robots interact with people suffering from early dementia, the robot has to deal with hallucinations akin to those of the large language models that drive the robot's conversations. Now, to steer away from both agencies being entangled in a world of confusion, one has to incorporate multiple perspectives into the robot's sense-making, and we call that its epistemics, including the robot's own effects on the interaction with the user. Therefore, we modeled the observer effect through quantum probability, which makes the robot handle multiple decisions in superposition, including vagueness and ambiguity in making realistic assessments. From my master's thesis onwards, I worked in between the disciplines and never in the mainstream. In historical order, I worked in literature, psychology, computer science, life science, communication science, design, and recently quantum computation, while publishing poetry, plays, stories, exhibiting oil paintings, calligraphy, and drawings. And that creative confluence is the key to my success. However, it came at a big cost. Academia pays lip service to risky crossovers, but the receiving discipline will habitually see you for what you are not. Not a literary scholar, but a psychologist. Not a psychologist, but a computer scientist. Not a physicist, but a philosopher, etc., etc. So the observer effect is the problem all other problems depend on. But our modeling faced challenges being included in a particular science journal, and not because of its quality, but because it did not neatly align with the paradigms of traditional physics departments who work from a Cartesian Popperian viewpoint. So, lesson learned: scientists study non-classical phenomena within a classic paradigm. The observer effect confirmed. The other key to my success is that I never hold my tongue. I study information uncertainty as observed in literary art, psychology, computer systems, and quantum physics. A mechanistic worldview applies to machines, not to things that are not machines, where it becomes a mere metaphor. Hopefully, one day, all researchers can make use of our models to include their own biases as an indivisible part of their experiments and explain results with their own perspective, taking formally into account. One issue right now is that not enough qubits exist to run our models on. In PolyU's Research Institute for Quantum Technology, I hope to run simple classification experiments on a quantum photonic chip to see if a variety of observer effects can be demonstrated. In the long term, maybe robots can help people with perspective taking, from simply developing a new perspective on their lives to genuine conflict resolution. Challenging problems like climate change, social unrest, or economic decline are underdetermined multifactorial problems, and we humans, the ones who have to solve it, are part of those problems. Maybe one day we can equip robots with a decision support system that runs quantum probabilistic procedures to test people's assumptions across a wide variety of data sources that are beyond the human brain, sustaining both everyday users and corporate and governmental decision makers in making the optimal choices for everyone.